Sithole, you and I were talking just before we started about I haven't done early morning breakfast television for 18 years. I don't struggle to get up in the morning, but you were telling me it's a tough call for you.
It's so tough. I can't do it. I'm supposed to. I know I need to get used to it, but it's hard.
You never get used to it.
I never get used to it.
And I think if you do this every single day, by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you have to tuck yourself up in bed.
I think I'd be miserable.
Let's talk about this naked issue that Marie Claire does. This is something that it does every year, and it's all about body positivity, yeah?
Absolutely, exactly. And this year they've taken things up a notch, just a little bit, and they have a campaign called Dear Body. And they have the celebrities that they're featuring in this campaign. Your Kanye Mbaos, the Cleonce, Zoto Abantu, comedian Tumi Murage, and all the other celebrities. They are now writing letters to their bodies. They're talking about their journey from when they started hating on their bodies and how they came to love their bodies and how they've been body shamed in the past and how they've had to deal with it and how they've, in fact, self-loved. So that's pretty much what it's about.
And what are some of the stories? I mean, how have they come to terms with, with first of all, the body shaming movement, and also, again, to kind of fall in love with yourself again, because that's so important. And particularly, I would suggest to you, young women, you know, those very difficult teenage years into your early 20s.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, one of the powerful messages that I read from Kanye Mbaos, in fact, you know, she lightened her skin and she received a lot of criticism for that because people were saying you have a low self-esteem, you hate being black. But she says that no, actually, I did this because I have a choice. That's why I did it, not because I have a low self-esteem. And the other one, the musician, Zoto Abantu, controversial dancer musician, she talks about how she hated her face for the longest time because people always said, you have an ugly face, and how she's come to terms with it and how she's now loving her face and her body. I mean, we've all been body shamed at some point, I feel. Even myself personally, growing up, I feel I was skinny shamed. And I know people will say, oh, whatever, skinny privileges. It's not a thing, but it is a thing.
Sure.
Growing up, yes, I was. Even now, I still deal with it. But then as you grow up, you come to accept your body.
All right, let's move on to Pretoria, if we can. If you're in Pretoria tonight, it could be a soulful evening, yeah?
Exactly. So Anthony Hamilton is in town, and if you don't know who Anthony Hamilton is, he is a soul singer, a songwriter from North Carolina. He's a Grammy Award-winning artist, and you may probably recognize his songs Charlene, I Cry, or Pass Me Over. And also, he'll be performing tonight and tomorrow night, Sun Arena in Pretoria. We spoke to him earlier in the week as well, in fact, where he spoke about his latest album, how it became a reflection of what he was going through. He was getting divorced and how he was adapting to being single again. And we have a bite, in fact, of also where he talks about being in the country during Women's Month and what that means to him and how he's honored.
Okay, so the team telling in my ear, I think we can play that. Let's have a listen.
Should be Women's Day every day. I like women. I think it's beautiful that I came here to around the same time. Hopefully it'll keep happening. I like to celebrate the women, and they've been a very, very important part of my life, from my mother, and sisters and aunts, and just amazing women, period. Teach us how to be men most of the time when daddy's not there, so we have to celebrate. You guys wear a lot of hats, and you should be celebrated.
You didn't get a spare cap for me, did you? It's such a cool cap.
It really is, isn't it? He has the coolest hats.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah, hats are very important. Always nice when a celebrity reaches out to a young fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's the story?
So there's an 11-year-old girl, her name is Sophia Sanchez, and she was in hospital for open heart surgery. She started doing when she was recovering, she did the In My Feelings challenge, also known as the Kiki challenge. So this is dancing. It's a very popular challenge on social media where fans are dancing to Drake's In My Feelings song. So she was doing this, and then she asked Drake to come to hospital to see her, but she didn't think it would happen. And then this got out, and Drake saw the video, and he decided he's going to pay her a visit. And he surprised her. You should see her reaction. In fact, there is a video. Like, I don't know if we can pull up the video, and you can see her reaction when she sees him walking in there. Hopefully.
Do we have the video, guys? Not hearing anything, so I'm going to
Yes.
take that.
But
Take that as a no.
It's fine.
All right,
But anyway, so Drake, according to Drake, he says he got there and they were hanging out all day, and
There we go.
there we
So,
go.
yeah.
There we go.
Let's look at this.
Oh,
man.
that's the challenge.
Yeah. All right, I think we've got time to squeeze one more in very quickly. You're a Soapy fan? Nah, okay, you can admit
my
it.
gran is.
Yeah, okay.
My gran
I don't
is.
believe a word of it, but anyway. But who's Catherine Kelly Lang?
So, if you've seen The Bold and the Beautiful, you would recognize the character Brooke Logan. She's become very infamous for being...
Don't look at me. I literally have no idea what you're saying. I'm just following the script. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you who she is.
Yeah.
She is infamous for being a man snatcher.
A man snatcher.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
okay.
right. So she also married men from the same family, from the father to the son, probably the uncle too.
In the Soapy?
In the Soapy,
Okay.
yeah. So now, after news broke that she's coming to South Africa, there are these crazy memes, in fact, funny memes on Twitter. People saying, ladies, hide your men.
Yeah.
Brooke Logan will be in town.
All right.
But outside of all of that, she's in the country, in all seriousness, she's in the country for a meet and greet with fans and also just to visit the country. She'll also be doing an Ironman challenge in PE at 57 years old. How amazing is that?
You will give her my very best when you meet her, which no doubt you will. See